Did you know that a simple haircut could cost $300,000? Well, it's not about the price of the haircut itself, but rather the underlying value of the time and money invested. This isn't a marketing strategy for the world's most lavish salon, but rather an insightful lesson from one of the greatest investors of our time, Warren Buffett. So, buckle up as we delve into the wisdom and philosophy behind Warren Buffett's $300,000 haircut. The Oracle of Omaha. Who is Warren Buffett? In a world where instant gratification often rules, one man has consistently and profoundly demonstrated that patience, discipline, and strategic thinking are the linchpins of long-term success. This man is none other than Warren Buffett, the chairman and CEO of Berkshire Hathaway, widely known as the Oracle of Omaha. But why Omaha? Born in 1930, Buffett is a native of Omaha, Nebraska. Yet his identity as an Omahan goes deeper than his birthplace. Buffett's investment philosophy, deeply rooted in the values of prudence and patience, seems to echo the grounded ethos of America's heartland. Despite his immense wealth and global reputation, Buffett continues to live in the same house in Omaha that he purchased in 1958 for $31,500, a testament to his frugal lifestyle and down-to-earth persona. Now, let's delve deeper into Buffett's claim to fame, his unparalleled success in the realm of investing. His story is one of consistent success over time, resulting from his unique approach to investing, value investing. What's remarkable about this strategy is that it goes against the more common buy low, sell high, trend-following methods. Instead, Buffett seeks out undervalued companies with solid fundamentals and buys their stock with the intention of holding for the long term, often for decades. This method has proved incredibly successful for Buffett, allowing him to accumulate a net worth in the billions. But it wasn't a quick path to success. Instead, his wealth accumulated slowly over time, demonstrating the true power of patience and the compounding effect. There's a lot more to Buffett than his wealth, however. He is a renowned philanthropist, having pledged to give away a big part of his wealth to philanthropic causes, primarily via the Gates Foundation. His philosophy of giving while living has inspired many others to donate their wealth within their lifetimes. Despite his status as one of the world's richest people, Buffett's lifestyle and mindset remain remarkably grounded. His enduring success and approach to wealth have resulted in him becoming one of the most respected figures in the world of finance, and his words of wisdom continue to inspire millions around the world. A journey into the mind of Buffett. The $300,000 haircut. What does a haircut have to do with finance? Normally, not much, unless you're Warren Buffett. In his world, a seemingly mundane act, like getting a haircut, transforms into a thought-provoking metaphor for wise investing. Let's explore the fascinating narrative of Buffett's $300,000 haircut and uncover its profound financial wisdom. In the heart of this metaphor is the power of compound interest, the concept that Buffett has famously used to illuminate the potential value of every dollar spent today. Let's journey back in time when Buffett sat in his barber's chair and sparked an engaging conversation. The story goes that Buffett casually mentioned to his barber that the $10 he was paying for his haircut could potentially be worth $300,000. Yes, you heard that right. $300,000 from a $10 haircut. This staggering statement wasn't an eccentric quip, but a reference to a principle that has driven Buffett's investment strategy for years, the power of compounding. To illustrate this principle, Buffett explained that if the $10 used for a haircut were instead invested in a stock market index fund and left untouched for 50 years, with an average annual return rate of about 10%, which is the S&P 500's historical average, it would amount to approximately $300,000. Imagine for a moment the barber's surprise. This extraordinary idea, though, isn't about haircuts or their cost. It's about underscoring the significant potential long-term returns from investing small amounts of money wisely. It's a dramatic reminder that every dollar we spend today could be worth so much more in the future if invested wisely. In essence, the $300,000 haircut is a vivid metaphor that illustrates the opportunity cost of spending. Every time we use money, we make a choice. We can enjoy immediate gratification by spending it, or we can invest it, allowing it to potentially grow over time. It's a valuable lesson in financial forethought from the maestro of the investment world. The unseen magic. Understanding compound interest. With Warren Buffett's $300,000 haircut tale as our backdrop, let's dive into the underlying magic behind this metaphor, the concept of compound interest. Often referred to as interest on interest, compound interest is a financial phenomenon that has left even geniuses like Albert Einstein in awe, leading him to purportedly call it the eighth wonder of the world. The principle of compound interest is quite simple, yet tremendously powerful. When you invest money, you earn interest. If you leave that money, including the earned interest, in the investment for a longer period, you start earning interest on the initial principal and the previously earned interest. Over time, this cycle results in your money growing at an exponential rate. Buffett's $300,000 haircut metaphor hinges on this concept. Investing that $10 for a haircut in an instrument yielding a 10% annual return wouldn't just grow linearly. It would compound. Year after year, the interest on interest effect would increase the investment's value, turning the $10 into a staggering $300,000 over 5 decades. The magic of compound interest is not just in the numbers, it's in the time. The longer you leave your money to grow, the larger it becomes. This is why Buffett, despite having the means to afford any luxury, values every dollar he spends. For him, each dollar carries a hidden potential for growth, an unseen force waiting to multiply. But you might wonder, is compound interest really that impactful? Yes, it is. Here's an illustration. If you were to invest $1,000 at an annual interest rate of 5% with compound interest, your investment would grow to about $1,600 in 10 years, over $2,500 in 20 years, and a whopping $7,000 in 40 years. And remember, this is just with a small initial investment and a modest interest rate. The art of applying Buffett's wisdom to your investments. So, we've journeyed through the story of Buffett's $300,000 haircut, and we've unraveled the hidden power of compound interest. Now comes the crucial question: how can you incorporate this wisdom into your own investing strategy? The first lesson is patience. In our fast-paced world, where quick returns and overnight successes are glamorized, Buffett's approach stands in stark contrast. He demonstrates that investing isn't a get-rich-quick scheme, but a process of accumulating wealth over time. Your investment, no matter how small, can grow into a substantial sum if you give it enough time and patience. Next, consider the concept of opportunity cost. The crux of the $300,000 haircut metaphor. Each dollar you spend today could potentially be worth so much more in the future. So, the next time you are about to make a purchase, pause and think, is this the best use of my money? Or could this money be better used if invested? This approach can significantly influence your spending habits and, in turn, your savings and investment potential. Thirdly, remember the power of starting small. Buffett's illustration of turning $10 into $300,000 showcases how even small amounts can yield significant returns over time. If you're new to investing, don't be disheartened if you can only invest a small sum. Every drop makes an ocean, and every dollar can compound. Finally, recognize the importance of continual learning. Buffett, despite his vast wealth and knowledge, remains a lifelong learner. The investment world is dynamic, and strategies need to adapt to keep up. Regularly educate yourself about different investment options, market trends, and financial news. Above all, the main takeaway from Buffett's $300,000 haircut metaphor is to rethink the value of money. Money isn't just a means to immediate satisfaction, it's a seed with the potential to grow into a mighty tree. View every dollar spent as an investment decision. Whether you're investing in immediate pleasure or potential future returns is up to you. So, as we conclude our exploration of Buffett's wisdom, it's time to ask ourselves, what does our financial haircut look like? Is it a quick trim without much thought? Or is it a calculated investment move, armed with patience and the magic of compound interest? The choice is ours. So there you have it. The story behind Warren Buffett's $300,000 haircut and the investment wisdom it carries. Buffett's approach to investing, imbued with patience, understanding of value, and the magical power of compound interest, has made him one of the most successful investors in history. If you found value in this video and want to hear more about such interesting financial concepts, please give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We have plenty more fascinating insights to share with you. Here's to smart investing, and remember, even a haircut could be worth $300,000 in the long run.